Hi again, welcome everyone. This is Valley View Living and my name is Megan. I have 6 kids and live out in the country in New South Wales, Australia. We do homesteading stuff. We've got cows and pigs and chickens, garden, all those good things. And yeah, I thought today I would take you through what I eat in a day, everything that I'm eating today as a mum to 6 who tries to focus on nutrient density just in managing health conditions and for overall well-being, energy, and basically being able to get out of bed and manage the demands of my life. I am still breastfeeding. I've actually just weaned my 4-year-old child and I am still breastfeeding my nearly 2-year-old child. So I do have those physical demands and I try to meet them through food wherever possible. Now, one thing I just want to stay right here at the start of this video is thank you to my first ever member. That's right. Valley View Living has memberships now, and I had my very first member, Katrina, join over the last week. And I just wanted to say a huge shout out to you, Katrina. Thank you. That was really exciting to me to see you support my channel in this way. And of course, every one of you who watches and supports my channel just by doing so. I appreciate every one of you, and that really encourages me to keep making content for you. Okay, so the first thing that I do when I wake up, I'm going to stumble into that kitchen and make a hot cuppa tea. I have been having fresh honey and lemon, fresh lemon and honey, and just boiling water into that, and that is my tea in the morning. Then, as you could see, I had a few other mouths to feed before I could feed myself. I had to go out and give the cows some hay. They're very hungry at this time of the year. And I had to feed our dogs as well, just give them some breakfast. And now I am back into the kitchen to feed myself. And on this morning, it was kind of no frills. This is just a quick, easy breakfast for me. And that is something that will still sustain me and keep me going. And that is a tortilla. I have these corn tortillas at the moment, which makes meals much easier. They're so easy to grab for quesadillas, burritos, tacos, all that kind of thing. So I'm just going to fry up an egg. I've got a little bit of paprika on that, salt and pepper, of course. And I'm just going to put that fried egg right onto my tortilla and call it good. That's my breakfast, and I won't need to eat until lunchtime. Some days I will go lower carb and higher protein, and I might just have 2 eggs on a plate. I might have some eggs and some steak or some bacon or something like that, whatever we have handy. Maybe some fried mushrooms, love mushrooms. But I do find that some carbs in the morning do help to keep me going through to lunch without just without running out of energy, basically, or without needing to snack too much between meals, which the morning times are quite busy, so I don't have that much time to eat in the morning. It's more in the later afternoon when things are slowing down a bit that I find myself snacking a lot more, which is probably much worse for you, but that's just how it is. And I do really need to hydrate, especially in this winter climate. We have our air conditioners going, so our heaters are going, and I need to make sure I'm staying hydrated. So coconut water really helps me with that. It helps me to keep my electrolytes balanced so that I have yeah, so that I can just feel good. I have, throughout my pregnancies and breastfeeding, I have had issues with dizziness, which was something to do with electrolyte imbalance. So having that coconut water has really helped me with that. And you saw we were just testing out our new incubator. We're looking forward to incubating some fertile eggs here over this coming week so that we can bump up our chicken flock a bit more and hopefully not have to buy too many eggs. Well, I mean, I guess it's going to take those girls ages until they lay, but we're just preparing for the future there and growing our chicken flock. Okay, now this is something I have been wanting to make for ages. It's one of my favorites. It's a gluten-free, sugar-free, it has maple syrup, that is the sugar, that is the sweetener. And, actually no, there's sugar in the chocolate, so I'm completely making that up. It is not sugar-free. It is gluten-free and it is healthier. Caramel, peanut butter, chocolate slice, and it is really one to have in your family cookbook. It is so delicious. So we've just mixed up a basic almond meal shortbread base. I'm going to bake that off until it is crispy and golden brown in the oven. And that only takes about 10 minutes. I can put the recipe down below for you. That's no worries at all. So you can try this at home. Then I'm going to bake off that shortbread and we will make this is like a peanut butter caramel. So it's actually peanut butter mixed with maple syrup, vanilla, some sea salt, and I think that's everything. And you just mix that over a heat until it bubbles up and it will simmer back for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, just a few minutes, until it's really thickened and it's gone that sort of caramel texture. And then you're going to pour it over your cooled shortbread base and you'll pop that in the fridge or the freezer if you're impatient like me. And you will let that cool, and later on today we're going to melt some dark chocolate with some coconut oil just to give it a snap. And then we will pour that melted chocolate mixture over the top of the peanut butter caramel. I keep saying caramel in air quotes here. You can't see me, but I keep saying caramel, okay, quote unquote caramel. And over the shortbread base, and we're going to let that set until it's all crisp, that chocolate's crisp and everything is so good. And we're going to have that for afternoon tea today. I have wanted to make this for months, but I have not had all the ingredients. So now that I've just had my big stock up from honest to goodness, I've got everything I need and I just wanted to get into making this today. So then mid-morning, somebody in my family got out some corn chips and some salsa, and because I happened to be in the vicinity, it didn't really matter if I was hungry or not. I was going to eat one because it's yummy. And yeah, I do a lot of that, just eating things because they're yummy. And then I want to go ahead and get started on lunch. Today is our veggie box delivery day. So I actually don't have a dinner plan, but I know I'm going to have a lot of good stuff to hand by the evening time. But for lunch today, this is simple, but it is nourishing for me, and I really do well with having red meat regularly. Just with my health, that's something that I have noticed. It really helps my energy levels, helps to keep me feel satiated and satisfied and just nourished so that I can get on with things, right? And not find myself lagging too much. So I've put together just a super simple salad with whatever we had in the fridge, and I picked up some tomatoes when I was shopping the other day. So that was a treat. I have not had tomatoes for ages, being winter, but they were very nice. And for my kids who prefer to not eat salad, I have some who eat salad and I have some who don't. I'm just going to cut up some raw carrot sticks and some apples so that I know they're getting something, some kind of raw fruit and veg, and I try to do that every day for them. But this is about me, isn't it? This is what I eat in a day. So I'm snacking on the raw carrots, I'm snacking on the raw apple, and then I'm going to get going on this steak and fry it up for everybody's lunch. We had some leftover rice that we'd had for dinner the night before. I cooked that in chicken broth last night, and I'm trying to remember what we had with that. I think it was probably chicken drumsticks. And then I have just, had that with some steak and salad and some homemade ranch dressing, which is just avocado oil, mayo, sour cream. I think I put yogurt in there, lemon, onion flakes, garlic, and maybe some parsley as well. And this is one meal that, unlike breakfast, I do try to sit down and eat this one and just switch off for a little while and chill for a bit. And generally after this meal is when the baby will want her nap. So after the baby's nap, and we have had our fruit and veg box delivery, we have had some Coles groceries delivered as well, and I'm just sort of waking myself up a bit from that baby nap with another hot honey and lemon. And this is the part of the day I find the hardest to get going again. It's probably 2 in the afternoon, and I just find it really hard sometimes to get back going after I have a rest with my baby when she has a nap, and that's just vital for me. I need to stop for that hour when she sleeps so my kids watch a movie or play by themselves, whatever. But when she wakes up again, I'm a bit grumpy usually, and it's just takes an effort for me to snap out of that a bit. And something that I find helps is to let myself be a bit slow when I get going, so have that hot cuppa, and also maybe go outside and get some fresh air and sunshine, and that just helps me to get on with, I guess, what is the second shift of the day for a parent, and that's when you start the afternoon and all those tasks that come with it, and just slide into the bedtime hours. Gentle. Put it in. No, wrong pan. Goes in here. Yeah, you want one? So now I'm just going to melt down this choc chips and a little bit of coconut oil, probably like a tablespoon. The coconut oil is just there to make it set with a snap, basically. And I'm just going to mix that down and pour it over the top of that cold peanut butter and shortbread slice. And I'm going to put that straight in the freezer so that we can have this within the next hour as an afternoon tea.
Hey! Look what you're doing to my eyes! Come on, Mira.
Okay, so do you think my dogs wanted me to play with them? It's such terrible manners, isn't it? That's my older dog Vera is now teaching our puppy Toby to bark at your owners when you want their attention. But anyway, I threw some sticks for them. All good, even though they were being naughty. They just wanted my attention, no big deal. Okay, now I did feel a little bit inspired by the fruit and veggie box that was dropped off, and I'm going to do just I think this ended up being a vegetarian dinner actually, which is not common in this house. We love meat, but this was just some sauteed garlic mushrooms and some roast baked potatoes. I just love baked potatoes. They're so simple. Put them in the oven, I can walk off, I can come back, and they're so yummy. I love potato. And then I'm just going to steam some of this cauliflower as well. Cauliflower is another one that I personally enjoy. Some of my family does not, but I'm just going to do it as a side here. So I was getting started on dinner there, but I know it's going to be probably an hour and a half away. So I've got some prep done, but now I'm going to get us through the late afternoon winter sort of fatigue by just having some of this beautiful slice. And this chocolate caramel slice is so good. The recipe will be down below for you if you want to try it. You can keep this in the fridge or the freezer, and that was a beautiful afternoon tea. We had half of the bar in the afternoon, and I put it away and said, hey, we're going to have the other half tomorrow. But full disclosure, and I did not film this, after dinner on this night, we ate the rest of it because it was just too yummy. So it's gone, it's long gone, and it was delicious.
Come on, baby. Come
Do you see those 6 little piglets all coming over in a little row? They're about 2 weeks old now, I think. And this is the first time I've actually seen them join in to the family meal, like come over and check out the scraps. And you'll see we've actually got our mama pig there and grandma on some grain, because while she is breastfeeding and it's winter and all those things, I just want to make sure she doesn't lose too much condition. Now, just before I forget, I wanted to say that this video today is inspired by Rachel over at Aussie Frugal Family. She has a wonderful YouTube channel here, and she shared a short of what she ate in the day, and that really inspired me and sparked this video. So if you enjoy Aussie lifestyle content, go over and check her out. She is a lovely mum doing some wonderful things on a budget over there. So here I just want to stop in on the garden, see what's going on. The garlic is growing wonderfully. There are a lot of things I've got to pull out of this garden and get ready for the spring season. But right now, all I'm going to do is grab a handful of chives and bring them in to have on our roast potatoes for dinner. Now, I pushed myself to do this. I didn't really feel like it. I've been feeling a bit, I don't know, just a bit of the winter doldrums, I guess. Like, it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to feel like doing things and be really active in the day right now. And I know part of that is just natural. It's just wintering. We all do it. We all want to slow down naturally over the winter and rest more. And I totally respect that seasonal change. But also, I need to be active in the everyday. I've got these kids that rely on me for that. So I'm pushing myself to get in this green smoothie today, just to up my nutrient intake a bit and hopefully give me that little boost of energy that I'm really searching for. And I do find that these green smoothies do that for me. Now, I know every body is different and different nutrition works for different people. for me, having greens like this, and I do add a couple of supplements, things like magnesium, vitamin C, and a kelp supplement for iodine intake for me. That's just personal to me. It just gives me so much energy. And just watching this now, I would actually love another one. I just find them so delicious because they make me feel so good. And I do find it hard to get my greens intake in the everyday. Probably don't cook as many greens as I should, and that's probably because they're not a crowd pleaser, they're not a family pleaser. So for me, when I'm not getting as many vegetables as I need in the everyday, because of the demands on my body, postpartum, breastfeeding, multiple pregnancies, all those things, disrupted sleep, and a busy, active lifestyle, I just chuck it all in the glass jar there and blend it up, and that helps me to reach the veggie intake that I need to keep up. And that way, when I know I'm not going to get as many greens as I need, that just hits that target for me. And it's simple and it's easy. So I pushed myself to do that, and I'm glad that I did. Dinner was just those baked spuds, sour cream, cheese, and veggies. And it was good. It hit the spot. Oh, and like I told you, after that I had another piece of chocolate slice. Thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this content, please feel free to like or comment or subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.